Wilson with JTech, and today we're going to be talking about how to conduct a coolant flush using the coolant exchanger machine. Some of the items here that you see are what we call the fittings, the clamp, the flathead, and the coupling. But also, before you do any of that, you're going to be needing a PPE, safety protective equipment, such as glasses, gloves if you have one. In this case, we have a mask since we have a COVID virus. Alright. Now, before we begin, we're going to do a notional coolant flush. Okay? And to power this up, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to connect it to a battery, a notional battery. You got positive and negative right here to power up this device. And all of these items that you see here is what we're using to connect to the coolant and the straps to secure it. And this device right here that goes into to the old container to remove the old coolant. And the black hose represents as the new fluid coming out of the new coolant right here. And also they have the same connections. Make sure we have the proper fitting and make sure they are tied in securely. Once they are done, connected properly, what now we're gonna do, we're gonna hit the flush service, that button right there, and the machine is gonna do all the job itself. And once that is done, it's gonna beep and that's gonna lit up saying complete. And that is how you do the coolant flush on that process. Now, before you use this equipment right here, make sure you have the proper fluid that you need for your vehicle. Every vehicle manufacturers, specific, and they tell you what you need. In this case, for example, this vehicle may need a 50/50, antifreeze. So once you get that loading it up, it's gonna go right here. This is the new container. All right, that's where the new one's gonna go. Depending on how many quarts you will need, you're gonna have to read the manual on your for your vehicle. And once everything is said and done, and you press this flush button, and the cycle is done, it will tell you it's complete. You are done from there. The next step you will do now is you unplug this right here to turn off the power to it, and then from there you can go ahead and disconnect the area by doing the following things. That finishes your method of conducting the coolant flush. Okay, now we're gonna go summary real quick. What we did is pretty much set up the tools that we need to make everything work. Right? And also found out the requirement that we're gonna need to do conducting safety, such as safety goggles, and the PPE that you're gonna need to be able to do your maintenance safely. Along with that, we have identified the coolant fluid that the vehicle will require. Every vehicle is different, so therefore you have to look at your manufacturer. So once again, those are the proper procedure on how to do the coolant flush utilizing the coolant exchanger. My name's Joseph Wilson, JTech.